Hey y'all,
What's up, y'all?
I'm Elise.
And I'm Will.
And this is Team Tatum. Team Tatum.
We are continuing our journey on the 1001 movies you must watch before you die. This is our first movie of 2026.
Woo woo.
Did a lot of slacking in 2025 for
Woo.
various reasons. Because this is a long list and we have not even dented this joint. But we are reviewing the 1936 rom-com Mr. Deeds Goes to Town, directed by Frank Capra, starring Gary Cooper and Jean Arthur. And hopefully you're like us, and surprise, surprise, the Adam Sandler movie, Mr. Deeds, is a remake. Never knew.
I never knew.
I'm gonna give you the quick synopsis right here. An unassuming greeting card poet from a small town in Vermont heads to New York City upon inheriting a massive fortune and is immediately hounded by those who wish to take advantage of him. So,
Ain't that how it go?
if you've seen Mr. Deeds by Adam Sandler, if you're one of the people who don't hate him with a passion, talking to you, Moneybags,
You burnt.
you know the story. This isn't a shot for shot type of remake. So I'm not gonna go side by side comparison, but I will briefly talk about where they get separated. So just like the Adam Sandler one, it starts off with some random guy dying. Turns out that he's this, millionaire, whatever, billionaire, whatever you want to say. And in the Mr. Deeds version, the Adam Sandler version, he's climbing Mount Everest, I believe, and then dies at the top. In this one, he's driving a car stupid fast and careens off the curve of a bridge and falls into the, water or whatever and dies.
You know those stereotypical crashes that used to be in movies?
Yeah.
One of those.
Both characters are named Longfellow Deeds, both Gary Cooper's and Adam Sandler's character. They both live in Mandrake Falls. They both are loved by their community. It's a little small town. Everybody knows everybody. The difference is Gary Cooper, this version, he's a poet. And
Didn't even know it. Except he did know it. It was his job.
They're both volunteer firefighters. But in Adam Sandler's version, he's a greeting card, specifically a greeting card.
Aspiring greeting card writer.
Yeah, he wants to get a Hallmark card made from his little, attempts. And then they both get whisked away by lawyers who find out that they're the last living relatives. And they have to, assume the position of this millionaire or whatever. Not his position, but you now have his money. You got to deal with his problems too. So the investments that he had, the boards that he sat on, all that, they got to deal with that. And then the last thing is they both have a reporter who goes undercover pretending to be somebody else to get inside scoops on, Longfellow Deeds. It's played by Jean Arthur in this movie. It was Winona Ryder in the Adam Sandler joint.
Mr. Deeds.
But yeah, that's about it. Other than that, this movie is more of a romantic movie. It has comedy in it. I feel that we laughed at stuff more than people in 1936 probably laughed at it. They probably kind of clutched their pearls at some of the things, or didn't find it funny at all because they're not dark. But the Mr. Deeds one is slapstick comedy. So I'm sure if anyone's still alive that saw the Adam Sandler one, they probably hate it. Because it was more comedy with a little bit of romance, and then this 1936 version is more romance with a little bit of comedy. Anywho, we start off with the premise, like I already told you, and he gets to New York, and the main difference between, first of all, had you seen a Gary Cooper movie before?
A Gary Cooper movie? Oh, my bad. A Gary Cooper movie?
Yes.
No, it was my first time even knowing who he was.
So I knew who Gary Cooper was. I know a lot of the names of the black and white era.
Well, yeah, I heard the name before, but that was all.
Trying mighty hard to look like Gary Cooper.
This is not what I expected that man to look like. I expected him to look like the Like I thought he was one of the like I impregnate you from the silver screen type of look. Like
I think he was supposed to be that.
he didn't get it to me. Like,
He was supposed to be like
dude.
Clark Gable level.
Yeah, like I think
funkiness. But Clark Gable is goofy looking to me. So,
but like this era, he's like George Clooney, Brad Pitt, Leonardo DiCaprio, like these type of looks. You know what I'm saying? And I know all the names from the Flintstones. Like for whatever reason, the Flintstones used to make a lot of characters based on
the Rat Pack and people.
Yeah, like instead of
because that's when it was made.
Well, that's true. But instead of being Cary Grant, it'd be like Cary Granite, you know, a stone pun or whatever. So anyway, I was surprised when I saw this guy. He didn't really give me like, ooh, you know, Gary Cooper.
Well, I said I felt like he could be played by John Hamm if this one was remade today.
Yeah.
I said I felt like he could be played by John Hamm, and John Hamm is a heartthrob of today.
Something different though. Something about it. But
he a hater.
it might be the director. So one of the tidbits is that the director intentionally had his wardrobe not fit him well.
Mm-hmm.
So all of his like jackets and shirts were a little bit too short in the arms, and he gave him like a bow tie to wear so he looked younger and dopier or whatever. Like he didn't look mature basically. That was one of his tricks to make him look not as impressive as people thought he should look for being this, you know, millionaire, even though he just became a millionaire yesterday. Right off the bat, this Longfellow Deeds is not about the games. Okay.
He was about that life.
So Adam Sandler's version does punch a guy, but he only punches when it comes to women.
Disrespecting a lady and that kind of stuff.
Which didn't, it don't happen like twice. In this movie, boy, Gary Cooper.
Women were part of the people getting punched. Not really, but he did say he wished he was a man so he could knock her out.
Right. More than one lady. And that man meant that mess. Like, he was not playing games. He tolerated zero disrespect. He was super nice. Like, he wasn't a jerk. He wasn't full on testosterone. He was just like, hey, I'm chill. I'm gonna need for you to be chill. You want to not be chill?
We can do this.
We can do this. No hesitation. Didn't care where he was at. This man was handing out punches like,
right.
You know, just crazy.
He started a bar brawl at a 5-star restaurant. Like, everybody's in there. Penguin tail. Is it called penguin tail? Tuxedos?
Yeah, penguin tail.
Yeah, penguin tail tuxedos, having proper dinner. And this table was making fun of him. That's all they needed. He's like, oh, y'all trying to make me the butt of y'all joke over here. Ugh.
But he did walk away. Like, again, he wasn't full on rage. He wasn't looking for a fight. He was just like, I'll be your huckleberry if you want that.
I'm your huckleberry.
Because when they started making fun of him, he's like, you know what? I'll just leave.
Yeah.
And then he was like, you better be glad that a lady with me and we at this nice place. You know, otherwise I'd knock your heads together, is what he liked to say. And the lady who was with him, the undercover reporter, was like, I don't mind. He was like, you don't? Bow. Like,
he popped that Mentos.
Zero hesitation. Soon as he confirmed, like, did you say you don't mind? Bet. I like this. I like this guy. He was very down to earth. He wasn't about spending unnecessary money. When he found out what some of the money was getting spent on, he was like, that's stupid. Let's give it to these people over here. And of course, that's when stuff started to go downhill for him. Because the other rich people were like, you can't make non-rich people
rich.
Not poor. Like, not even rich, just make them so they're not poor. It's like, we gotta keep all the money. He was like, what sense does that make?
And they expected him to just agree with and approve all the stuff that they offered to him, like ideas and everything. They were like, here's a great business idea for you, blah blah blah, trying to get money out of him. He was like, no, that's dumb.
Right. Or they'd be like, you don't gotta read this. He's like, no, I do.
Right.
Like, you looking at me like I'm slow. I'm not slow. I just don't care to like be involved in the day-to-day hustle and bustle or whatever. Like, I'm real relaxed and down to earth and chill, but I'm not dumb.
Yeah, he lives a simple life, but he's not simple-minded.
Right. And he reminded them quite a bit. So Jean Arthur plays Babe in this version, and she's not pretending. So in the, I know I said I wasn't going to compare, but I can't help myself. Went on a writer's character, built a whole backstory. So she fabricated this life that Adam Sandler, started to be attracted to. Jean Arthur doesn't do this. She just pretends that she's not a reporter or whatever. So she just talking to him like she does give a fake name, Mary. She says her name is Mary, but that's it. And yeah, every time he does something, she reports on it, and it's in the newspaper, and he gets upset about it and whatnot. I was surprised that the tough guy, the muscle, that he stayed on his side. Like I thought he was gonna be working for the lawyers or whatever, which he was, but then he was just like, you guys are jerks.
I was not surprised that he stuck with them, because he was a stand-up guy, and he was like, oh, y'all being conniving, I don't like that. I've killed people for less.
If this was a modern movie, he definitely would have been like Mike from Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Like, that's the vibe he gave off.
And he was like, I've killed people for less. I'm just gonna disassociate myself from y'all and keep hanging with Mr. D's Longfellow. I can't even call you Longfellow. I just gotta keep saying Mr. D's because it's too long, Longfellow.
I was like, who names that child Longfellow? I want to Google how many children were named Longfellow.
Still been named Longfellow, actually.
But yeah, I think the only real tidbit I have is fast forwarding to the end of the movie. You were right, ma'am. The word doodle was created for this movie.
I knew it.
For 1936, the word doodle didn't exist. So all these years we've been talking about doodling on our notebook paper, or on an envelope or what have you, scrap piece of paper, came from this movie. And at the end, when Mr. Dees is talking about the psychiatrist, and he's like, he's doodling on his notepad over there, and everybody was like,
doodling? What's that?
What's that? He's like, oh, it's a
in
word
public.
we made up. This is a word we made up in Mandrake Falls. It means to just draw
little nothings, basically.
Nothings or whatever. And she was just like, did doodling come from this movie? And turns out it did. They invented it just for that scene.
So now we've seen at least two that I remember where word came from. If you've seen our review on Gaslight, what year was that from? A long time ago. The 40s, I think. 50s, somewhere around that time. That's where the phrase gaslighting came from. So that is not a new phrase that you think it is. It's been around for decades.
So the more you know. This is one of the many reasons I love going through this list, or just watching movies in general, but specifically this list, because we're getting a wide breadth of movies, not just like the new modern movie, or movie from the 90s or whatever. So
and we get to explore different genres that we might not typically just jump at to watch, or different types.
Yeah, there's that one on this list.
To us, at least. And it should be to the world, but...
all the other stuff was like behind the scenes beef stuff with Frank Capra. Oh, Frank Capra also directed It's a Wonderful Life.
Mm-hmm. That checks out.
Has he done? And yeah, that's on movie. I mean, he's done a lot of movies, but that's his other notable one. They made this into a TV show about 6 years later or something. It didn't go so well. They planned a sequel, and it got rewrote a lot and wound up being another movie. But it wasn't a sequel. Like, it was the bones of...
How would a sequel for this work? Showing how he lived after going back to Mandrake Falls. Oh, by the way, he was from a fictional city called Mandrake Falls. I don't remember that. But did it just follow that? Like him being rich now, but living in Mandrake Falls?
It would have been dumb.
Oh, wait, he wasn't rich anymore because he did give that money away.
Give away the money. So, yeah. Long story short, I'm not giving you play-by-play because, one, I would kind of do a disservice. Two, I think you should, like, it was nothing crazy, whereas it's like, man, I gotta describe this. It was crazy, but it was entertaining throughout. I think you should view it for yourself. Especially if you've seen the Adam Sandler one, I would charge you to watch this one.
Just to compare and contrast, if nothing else.
Yeah. But he comes into all this money. He doesn't squander it. He does right. He treats his staff like they've never been treated before, or whatever. Basically, he tells them to stop doing their job. Like, you can do it to a degree.
We could just hang out.
Like, you ain't putting my shoes on for me.
Get up. I don't ever want to see you on your knees again. That's what he told his butler. And it made me miss the Adam Sandler version. Please, let me touch your feet.
We love Mr. D's. We quote it quite often. But, yeah, he was cool. Another key difference is there's no... the butler doesn't wind up being an illegitimate child of the original millionaire guy. That whole plot thing is just the Adam Sandler version. There is another relative, turns out, that you know about from the beginning, but the uncle was like, I don't like that boy.
But he was, I think it was like through marriage, though. He was his nephew through marriage or something like that. So he wasn't his real relative. Yeah.
Mostly the wife.
No disrespect to relatives through marriage, because y'all know y'all my real family.
So yeah, you got the whole... the other family member who wasn't in the will because he didn't like him and his wife, mostly his wife. And then you got the people who trying to scam him for his stuff, and he's like, I wasn't born yesterday. Again, y'all think I'm simple because I live a simple life.
I feel like he called her a skeezer in this movie, and we were like, skeezer? But there might have been something else we watched.
He was talking reckless. I don't remember if he said skeezer or not, but he was not mincing words. He told it like it is, whether you liked it or not. Instead of the John McEnroe from Mr. Deeds, like that Wild Night, he still has a Wild Night, but obviously not John McEnroe. It's with a writer, like another writer who's like, I know these other writers that I was at the table with was making fun of you, but I'm drunk out of my mind right now, and I'm just trying to party. And so they wound up partying. And the same thing happens where, they do stuff off screen that comes back later as antics of, like, is this what a man should be doing? That's
of your stature.
Stature and all that. And it's one of the bases of him being deemed not sane to get the
money back from him.
But yeah, at the end of the day, I like Mr. Deeds Goes to Town, and it's not a either or for me. Like, I like both. I could watch one of these at any given time. I don't like, oh well, I like this one more. I think it's the first remake like that, because usually it was like, man, this deserves to be remade because this original is trash. And I think as far as remakes go, this is another good example of, even if you don't like the Adam Sandler one, it was an appropriate time frame to remake it.
Yeah.
This was made in 36, and I don't remember when.
The early 2000s.
Like, that's a good range of time or whatever.
Don't remake something that came out 4 years ago.
Right. Like, if you hadn't reached, I don't know, 30 yet.
Right. At least let a new generation be born before you remake something.
Right. Like if
you're remaking stuff in the same people
is still around, it's too soon.
Well, they can still be around.
Well, I mean, so let me put it like this. So if we watch a movie today.
Yeah.
And so I'm 39. If I watch a movie today as a 39-year-old, somebody down the line who isn't born yet, after I watched the movie, now they're born, and they're like 12, and they told me that they watched a remake of a movie that I watched at 39, it's too soon. That child has to be minimum 39.
I don't agree with that.
For me. What would it be?
It can be like 20 years, which could be what you just said, but it just sounded longer when you said it. Like, let a movie be at least 20 years old before you decide to remake
minimum
it.
20 years.
Let it be classified as vintage first, which is 20 to 25 years minimum.
So my 3 criteria for doing a remake is, number 1, the amount of time. It's got to be at least 20. I'm gonna say 25 years. At least 25 years. Number 1. Number 2, the original shouldn't have been received well by anybody, not just critics, because there's a lot of movies that the critics hate, but people, average moviegoer loves. It should be all around critics, people who went to go see it. Nobody liked that joint or whatever, right? Like, it was a flop. So now you get a chance to redeem yourself. Like, you tried it before in whatever year. It's been 20 years. People done got the bad taste out of their mouth. Let's try it again. Or 3, it wasn't necessarily bad. Like, it might have been good, but at the time that it came out, like, we didn't have the technology, right? We couldn't really make what we envisioned in our head come to life in terms of, like, if it's a fantastical movie, like if it's a sci-fi movie or something like that. If it's a drama or a comedy, it's like, you can do it at any time period. But depending on what's in the movie, if you didn't have the ability to do what you had in your head, and now it's been 25 years or whatever,
we have the technology.
You want to redo it? Cool. That's fine. Those are my 3 criteria. Outside of that, I'm like,
but don't be adding stuff in and taking stuff out of movies that already exist and pretending that it was just already like that. Or you don't even have to be pretending that it's just like that, but don't be making changes to pre-existing, already existing stuff just because you feel like you can make it look better, but you're not actually remaking the thing. You're just editing it out. And Disney, taking all the crudeness you allowed when it was originally put out. Don't be trying to take it out now to be PC. Leave it in there.
Keep it as for me. It's a time capsule. Even if it's offensive to me, I want to see it.
Hidden nudity, Disney.
Yeah, keep all that in there. You didn't catch it the first time, you ain't catching it the next time. And even like with the hidden nudity stuff, like it's so in the I believe it's the Rescuers. Yes, Rescuers, not Rescuers Down Under. And the Rescuers, the original release, while they're like flying through the city on the back of the seagull or whatever, they're passing by windows, and one of the windows, the animators inserted a real clip, not an animated clip, a real clip of a woman taking her bra off or whatever, right? But it's like 2 frames, like it's super fast. So it's not like, millions of kids around the world were just looking at a naked woman in a window. If you weren't looking for it, like, I don't know how the people found it. They found it.
People be going frame by frame through those movies looking for, what do they call them? Easter eggs
and stuff.
And they find that kind of stuff that way.
Yeah, so it's like, I'm not saying we should, that's fine. Like, I understand if a kid does see it, there's, there's problems you got to deal with. What I'm saying is, however the movie was laid out, that's how it was. That's how it is. I don't like history being changed. Let's just learn about it and then move forward.
And the remake, you can not have that part if you decide to remake it later. But don't change the original when you re-release it taking stuff out.
If it's not vital to the story.
Yeah.
Like
the Crows.
Yeah. Don't remake a movie. Like if you remaking Roots or whatever, right? You can't take out the slavery. That's the whole movie. You can't be like, oh, well, we don't want to show that. What are you showing then?
Saying N-word instead of the actual word.
Yeah, like that stuff you gotta keep in. Now, if you for no reason at all talking about people with disabilities, like it doesn't progress or give growth to the story whatsoever, you just thought it was funny, then yeah, take that
being
out.
bigots for the sake of being bigots.
Take that out. But if it's an essential plot point to the story, leave that in. Somebody's going to be offended by it. Like you're never going to have 100% of the crowd. It's always going to be at least one person who doesn't like something or whatever, right? Like doesn't matter what it is. Like you could think of the best thing in your mind for the world to do. Like if you had a wish, if you had one, like it's going to get granted wish. Somebody's going to have a problem with that wish. I don't care what you come up with. You're never going to get 100% on your side. But yeah, movies just need to be left as is. And I deal with it however I deal with it when I see it. Because maybe that's a good talking point. When, we're talking about movies with ourselves or with our friends.
Go with y'all.
You know what I'm saying? Like, where's the dialogue at? If you're not... I'm not saying everything has to be controversial, but if it has it in it, like it has it in it. Oh well, let's talk about it. Or I just never have to see that again. Like, don't take it out. Anyway, I'm done with my rant. At the end of the day, I enjoyed Mr. Deeds Goes to Town. I'm glad we watched it. I'm pleasantly surprised that it was a remake, and I like there's enough difference that they're two different movies. Like they have two different feels to them, and I could rock with either one of them. I don't know if this needs to be on the list. I don't know if you need to watch it. Even I'm gonna say what she hates when I say you should watch it. It's a good time, but I'm not gonna chastise you for never having seen this movie. But if you hate Adam Sandler, maybe you'll like this, because essentially it's the same story, just with a different. It's not slapstick. It's not raunchy.
It's same, but different.
Yeah, it's mature. It's not, what's the word that people be saying for like childlike, immature stuff?
Just be like childlike, immature.
It's not
childish.
I would give Mr. Deeds Goes to Town 3.5 out of 5 Cowboy Ninjas. 3.5. You?
I would give Mr. Deeds Goes to Town also 3.5 out of 5 Cowboy Ninjas.
Do you like it? Did you say whether you liked it more or less?
I did not. I was the same as you. I like them for different reasons. They're basically two different movies in my head. It's like when you get assigned a project in school. This is your theme. Is that what they called it on Christmas Story?
Oh, yeah.
They were assigned a theme, and everybody's is going to be different, though it's based off the same theme. That's how I pictured that.
So yeah, thumbs up for Mr. Deeds Goes to Town. Have you seen it? Are you gonna watch it? You got any other Gary Cooper movies where he comes off more as a heartthrob that you could recommend?
Broaden our Gary Cooper horizons.
Right. This is the first of hopefully many that we'll record in 2026. We watched more than what
we've watched a lot.
In 2025, we just didn't review them.
Didn't quite get around to the recording part.
We're gonna do some recaps to remember some stuff. But anyway, this has been another episode of
Tatum. Yeah.
Anyway, hope you enjoyed this.
Keep it at it.
Like, share, subscribe, tell your friends about it if they're in the movies. or if they just want to, talk crap about us for our opinions on movies, whatever the case may be, leave a comment, no matter how long or short, and we will reply to it. And this has been another episode of
I already said that.
Team Tatum. Bam.
Bye, y'all.